Uh, this is 12 p.m., 5 a.m. market open. So this is now, we only have 3 hours, 55 minutes from New York open. Yeah, so this is how we are looking with this London open right now. Uh, I think we are now 1 hour in London open, and this is what we have. So far so good. And USD card, so far so good. We're just waiting for a retest. So most of you would ask if this was really a winning trade like this, why didn't you just let it run and increase your take profit, you know? But the thing is, you just have to have your target, because one of the rules I just did mention on the video was you also don't have to be greedy. Once it gives you what you want, get out of the market. You see? Yeah, because now if I try to start adding out this risk to reward, it's now I'm speculating. I'm now hoping price to buy more from my plan. You see, so this was my exit plan, and once price taps in my exit plan, I come out. If my plan was price to come out from this level here, then I'd still hold. Or if my plan was to come out from this level, then I'll still hold. You see, so it has to have your plan. Once it reaches your plan, please don't change. Don't try to increase your stop loss or increase your take profit or reduce any of them. Just come out of the trade. Remember, the market is there to save you, not you to save it. If you try to save it, try to uh, save it more than it has to save you, you get wiped. But anyway, since we cleared that, right now with this USD card pair, all we need is a retest at this point here. Okay, and right around this zone you get a shift, because when we get this retest, my 4 hour will go bearish, uh, based off breaking below this lower high, higher low, uh, this one here. So based off breaking this higher low, my 4 hour will go bearish. I explained why we consider this as a higher low in my previous videos. So yeah, so once price breaks below, then we wait for that shift. uh so for us to buy. In short, I want price to give me a higher low. This is a higher high. And if price breaks below here, it will go bearish. So then we expect price to keep on printing higher low, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs until price decides to shift either at this point at our OG level or at that point. But if it shifts from this level, I'll still have to wait for price to drop back in my OG level here, then try to initiate a buy. Okay, so if I don't get this, I won't trade, and that will be fine. We won't try to make we won't try to make a trade where to make it make we won't try to add on analysis and evaluation so that you can just participate in the trade or feel like, oh, we would have made more by just holding. No, once price gives us what we want, just wait for price to retest and see if it will give us more or what we want. Then we'll simply buy. Because what's better if the daily gives us another retest here, you see, and another retest right here, maybe Monday, Tuesday, something like this. Then we get a daily bullish candle like that. you can buy and now hope for price to even reach this higher high. You see? Because that's the same thing that happened around this level. If you saw price broke, retested, gave us the engulfing, bought, price broke, retested, the engulfing broke. Mm, and what I've noticed is, I think for the waiting for the daily holding part, it also depends because you can see sometimes the uh once the price breaks above, you can see that we are waiting for an entry. You might look for you might start looking for price to again engulf this daily candle. No. If once just price breaks above the OG level here, this is a sign that it's ready to buy. So we switch to the 4 hour time frame. That's why we wait for the retest and engulfing, then we sell or buy. We don't wait for the retest and engulfing in the daily. But if that happens, then we are so lucky, and that's even a good confirmation. But most of the time, you can even see this trade I took. I just waited for price to break. So once price broke above the daily, you see, it broke above this level. It gave me this daily break. I was just waiting for what's this? I was just waiting for price to retest, and it gave me that retest right there. And luckily, the close had to now uh, break above this other OG level. But the initial OG level in this case should be something like this. Let me just put this into your perspective. Let's say if this was a lower, this is our lower high, this is our lower low, and price breaks above. So once price breaks above, notice I'm not waiting for price on the daily time frame also to give me a bearish retest and a bullish engulfing. You see, that would determine if the 4 hour allows it. If the 4 hour allows it, then this might occur. But I don't start waiting on the daily time frame for the retest and the engulfing to happen. Okay, so it might happen, but it depends on how the 4 hour is reacting to this level. Okay. So in short, with this same trade right here, you can see I just reduced this for actually somewhere here. You can see that I'm just reacting off how the 4 hour is moving. If the 4 hour decided to give me a daily retest and daily engulfing, we would have maybe seen that the 4 hour is failing to hold this retest point and maybe breaking below. So that's where now we say, oh, since we've broken below, let's wait for price to then break above the OG level and retest and the engulfing. In this case, this all push might even be the daily retest and the daily engulfing. You see, so what determines the daily retest and the engulfing is what the 4 hour brings. But as long as the daily has broken above the OG level and it has shown us it's holding, it all now lies in the 4 hour part. Okay, because what I noticed is the same with this one. This is GBP Euro card. Let me just move this valuation so you can pay attention to the price action more. So you can see that this is Euro card, and the only thing I wanted was this daily time frame to close above, and that's it. And the rest will only depend on how the 4 hour reacts. And the 4 hour last week gave me an entry. Just the moment I closed my USD card pair here, right on Friday, it gave me that entry. And this was Friday. You can see around this was New York session, yeah. This was New York close. So, but the daily didn't break above. So I was waiting for this break above and then a retest in the 4 hour time frame and then an engulfing. So if I get this retest in the 4 hour time frame right around this level, as I was explaining to you, then the daily time frame after breaking will give me a weak pullback at this point, then to buy. But you can see how the daily broke. So this is just showing me that this is something I can't control. Market just decided to buy. And remember, I told you market can either open with a strong buy, a strong bullish candle, and I remember telling you that yesterday we see so market just opened with a strong bullish candle, and this retest won't be necessary unless if price just decides to come back to the level. So, and that's what we got. But you've noticed I'm not saying, why did price do this to me? Why did price leave me? Because I already acknowledged that this outcome might be there. You see, so even everything you're doing, uh, in everything you're doing, try to acknowledge the obstacles that comes with it. You know, the failures, the disappointments, the anything that you know is not what you that what you enjoy if it happens. Because the more you easily accept it and the faster it even becomes for you, the more it becomes for you to just go with the flow, and you have you won't be you won't feel trapped by the outcome, and you'll be able to just get over it and make other moves that won't even affect your plan. Because this doesn't mean that my strategy doesn't work. One, because if this retest and this break and retest would have happened right after this break of my daily OG level, I would have bought this pair easily, but it just didn't do that, and I decided not to take my buy. So I can't beat myself to it and blame myself. Why didn't I take action? No, that wasn't, not every action should be taken, you have to plan your every move. Because let's say if I bought yesterday on Friday, let's just say I bought, then price just quickly opened with a strong bearish close and took me out. I would blame myself. Why? Because I knew I have to wait for the daily to break above, you see? But if in this case where it breaks above, then doesn't give me what I need, cool. I'm chilling. I'm just chilling and waiting for it to come back here. If it doesn't come back here, that's fine. You know, that's good because I even helps me not to take a trade, and trying to be involved in the market is something you should try to avoid at least, or enter open your charts with the goal of not taking a trade, and you see the number of quality trades you take. But don't enter the market not trying to trade because you're scared, but just try to not take a trade. While you apply your values and everything, you'll see a number of trades you take. You'll find yourself taking high quality trades, even though you lose, you win more, but you lose less. Because it won't just be a matter of you punching the 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 buy or sell button, but it will be more of you analyzing each and every move, each and every entry. And that's the beauty of it, because you enjoy what you're doing, so it wouldn't be a problem if you went a week or two without the trade, but you're still on the charts. That's still fine. Because I've gone for at least 2.5 weeks without buying or selling, and I was very fine with it. And mind you, there were opportunities, but they just didn't, like this one. This was a nice opportunity, didn't give me, it just left me. And there are some that even gave me, but they just didn't look clean. So, and I've taken a trade and lost before, so I just stay out of it. It's the same as if this trade we took a loss on here, tried to repeat itself. And the next time I say, okay, I won't take it, and it goes to my take profit, I won't be sad and say, why didn't I buy or sell? Cause, just cause, it now went to my take profit. But I know that there's a time when I took it and it didn't work. So that should also tell you that not every winning trade is a correct trade. some are wrong. It just some is just based off like this one. Because we know this doesn't work. The next time it works, and you try it, so it works. Let me go with the flow. Then the next time you try to buy or sell the same way, form of entry, then you lose, and now it just destroys you. So that's the good part of just being ready with any outcome. And we have Euro AUD card. The same thing. Just try to remove this here. The same thing is happening in AUD card. That's happening in Euro card. It's like the pairs are the very strong open that they couldn't retest. But if it wants to retest, trust me, it will come back. And these are the only trades that were ready to go like fast. So sorry, if we have a strong break like that, that means we'll have to wait a lot, especially on the daily time frame. Just do something, sorry. So it's just that the market tried to open with a very strong bullish push in most of all these pairs, but this doesn't affect us at all. And remember, I was telling you, I was expecting a retest here, then we can buy, but price decided to go bullish. So I remember I was also telling you on the outcomes that we might get this retest or might get prices opening above or price breaking below. If you watch on the other video I just uploaded. So in this case, it's just the same thing. We're just waiting for price to come back here. And by the look of this trade, since we're having a very strong daily push, and when price comes back here, I also need at least a very good confirmation on the daily time frame that it's holding, not just on the 4 hour time frame. Whereby, because we can even maybe experience a situation where the 4 hour shifts a bit, then it buys. Why am I saying this? Look at the way. Mm, right, excuse me. Look at the way the daily is moving. And now imagine if this was a daily. You see? This was a daily close. It would just tell you that you need price to retest and price to show you that the daily is holding. But you can see how strong that push is. You see? Mm, Same with this one. We had the very break. We had the very strong above. This previous higher, which is higher high. This one here, then you can see price broke above. Then with this strong bullish push, you see when price came back here, we're waiting for price to show us it's holding. So if the price just has this strong bullish push, my God, we have to wait for a bullish uh candle holding price. Because if we sell just because it retests, there's a very high chance that trade might first take us out. Because especially if this daily closes here in this form, a normal daily retest can take another extra 2 days. That's just a normal daily retest. You see, and for us to even know it's holding at this level, we also maybe will need another extra shift. Uh, But in a case where price just closes this way today, mm, bullish, then daily, we get another daily close that gives us this kind of retest. You already know yourself that I just can't buy there and then. So what would be nice is if price can maybe get a strong rejection, like I mean a strong rejection in the weekly in the New York session, so that we can close with the candlestick like this here, this one here, on Monday, 6th April. At least if it can close with that, it will give me that much confidence that we are still valid and we only want this in the 4 hour time frame. So what would determine that this 4 hour time frame will hold is how this daily candlestick will close. If this daily candlestick closes with this Marubozu candle, then I don't think we'll be buying anytime soon. Because if I even show you mm, I tried to show you something. Uh, you see, this type of candlesticks shows. So you see, once you get this type of close, either bearish or bullish, most of the time price will continue in that direction. So if you can get a daily push with that strong close, that will mean that price you can see once we wait a minute. You can see that once price gives us this strong candle, we expect the next candle to also be bullish. Unless if the next candle engulfs the Marubozo again, then that will be another 10 point, something like this. Then we can now expect a sell. But in cases of this way, you see price buys, the next candle goes bullish, price. So then if you look at this, that's the kind of candlestick we have at this point here. Let me try to cancel this. Uh, this is the type of candlestick we might have. But we'll see how the daily closes because there's still enough time, And we're just trying to keep our hopes open to any possibility. Same with this Eurocard. And you can see if it's Eurocard, it's kind of reaching at this daily OG level. So at this daily OG level, you can expect either a push below or a push above. Mm, same with AUD card. I think even no, it's just USD card that's having a normal kind of rejection. Maybe this one might even give us the retest we need. Then there's NZD USD. Mm, NZD card. Yeah. Have I done NZD card? No, I've not. So we have NZD USD. Uh, since we have NZD USD as a pair we are looking for to sell, I told you the only tricky part we have is if this level here symbolizes that this is a daily higher high and this is a daily higher low, lower low, lower high. So because if you remember in GP USD CHFs, this kind of break caused the price to go bullish in the weekly time frame, and it showed me I was wrong about the direction. So I'm just trying first to put my hopes low on this pair. But I know what's happening, and I know the 4 hours to the weekly is bearish after this this break above and price retested and then give us this engulfing. So and price is now just some sort of giving us this open, and what's giving me confidence that we might break below is how this price opened with no wicks. So there's a high chance that this might just be a weak pullback. Then price closes bearish and then we sell. Because if you look at this level, price here wants to make a new lower low. Yeah, price wants to make a new lower low here. Why? Because um it needs to show me that it's holding this level so that I can buy. And at the same time, I'll have what? I'll have a head and shoulder pattern. We have the left, you have the head, then you have the right. So if you look at the 4 hour time frame and we try to go through the scenarios together, we'll come to find that we have only one scenario where if the forward decides to go bullish, and that's if it breaks above this level. Okay, and if it decides to go bullish, that's still fine. Then I just have to wait for price to go bearish by breaking below this level here. Once price breaks below this OG level, this will be a very nice sign for me to sell. You see, so this might even lead to that break I'm telling you of the daily time frame. Because what will be, if we get that bullish break, then it means that once we get the bullish break, price will either continue going up or price will then shift at this level and give me my retest and give me an engulfing. And you see, once we get the engulfing, that's a chance to then go for ourselves. Um, I hope I'm making sense. Um, so that's the analysis, guys, on USD, NZD, USD. Need a small push, or else, the only valid reason is waiting for price to make a new lower low here. Then we can sell. Because that's the only way I'm selling. It's either price breaks below this level, gives me my retest and a very strong bullish engulfing, maybe even breaking this level with that engulfing. That would be very nice. But the only way I'm risking myself to this kind of heartbreak is if price gives me a very strong bearish close as a daily engulfing, which in this case would be even in star formation. So that's it. I think that's it for this one. There's really nothing much going on because it's just Monday and the session is trying to settle in. Maybe we might get major push on Tuesday or Wednesday on this, but Monday really most of the time is just either respecting your structure. This is how I've learned about this is what I've learned about these days, the trading days. Monday, when Monday opens, all the structures you analyze weekly, this is when they'll be retested or they won't be retested. And once they are not retested, there's a higher chance that they will not retest on that trade the whole week. Or they might trade that might even end up to be a losing trade. So The best case is to just wait and see uh how this plays out on the daily time frame here. Mm, then lastly, zero card is you see it says the only difference with zero card is I'm looking for buying this one. You see what I'm saying? Why I'm looking for buys, others are selling. Why I'm looking for buys, others are selling. But you can see this is my high low. This is my high. This is my retest. What am I doing? This is my high low. This is my high, and this is my retest. But price fails to respect this retest and price breaks below. You see, so once price breaks below this level, it shows me it wants to continue selling, but price proves me wrong by breaking above and going to my next OG level here. So once it breaks above, it retested. And this is why I was saying I would want the daily to close with a what? A bearish close. And what would be so nice, like very interesting, is if this daily, if this daily close can be a strong bearish close. Cause what I still have faith just cause the daily opened without a week. Cause most of the time trades pairs usually have a strong week before it gets that close that push, but we don't have. So we'll see how the US the US the New York session will prove to be satisfying. Mm, so that's the goal. And if you don't get that, we also won't do anything. But I need this retest here, and this one has been a high chance of the daily retesting at this point here, and then the we also switch to forward time frame and catch something interesting. Because this is the one, this is the one that might even look cleaner than NZD. Because if I just, the moment I say NZD card, this means that NZD USD has also sold, and NZD card was wrong about the price. But sometimes it might go this different direction because it's the Canadian dollar against the NZD dollar, not the USD dollar. But NZD card and Euro card, these two are best friends. That's why I'm even having faith that they might get the retest is because uh, NZD card is also likely to get the retest. And again, you see why I was saying that there's a chance that you might get a bearish close on the daily time frame is because here the only place I can now buy is when price is at this level here. Because we've made the new higher high and a new higher low. Because we've not retested this one. So this is my new higher low and this is my new higher high. Okay. So the only level I can buy is when price is at this level. And if price breaks below here, price will be bearish. And again, I can't buy here. Why? Because it's not at my OG level. Okay. Mm, I'm, I'm, it's more of me trying to buy a stock, but I'm overpaying or something I can pay less when of it's at this level. See? And so when price comes back at this level, again, the same thing I was telling you, when price is at this point, it breaks below, the daily will go bearish. And once the daily goes bearish, this means that, oh, the forward will go bearish. This means that we need the forward to give me another lower low before it actually gives me that push. So meaning the intent of this price giving me a new lower low in the forward time frame will make the daily being a bearish candle. So that's why I'm saying the bearish candle will be determined by how the forward time frame is looking. If you get the bearish candle retest or not, it's the forward time frame. So this is where we are in the markets, and think that's it for now, cause and then AUD, USD, USD. I still need my price to go bearish on the daily time frame here before I look for buys. So whatever price is doing here is not my interest right now. Mm, yeah, it's not my interest. Uh, for this one, it's very volatile today. Hmm. Yeah, it's very volatile. You can see how price opened. So anyway, we'll see. But I don't even trade this pair. That's the good part. So whatever happens is fine. Just use, but you can see if we close, there's this gap here, so there's a high chance price might feel it, and there's a high chance all this push that we are seeing is because of the daily. Mm, maybe there might be something to do with the fundamentals, because all these pairs are having some crazy numbers. Same with USD, Euro CHF. USD 30 Dow Jones. You can see price at its all-time high. Yesterday it was at last week it was at 50. Now it's at 51. Okay. This is a high push. And I think this is where we end. So I'll see you guys next. Uh Guys, this is open. So let's just go through what the pairs are doing. My friend just told me is we have we have a bank holiday. Let's just check the holidays. Wow, everything, every currency, USD, GBP, Euro, CHF, they are all having a holiday. So tomorrow, that's when the markets will resume. Oh, Memorial Day in the USA. So I think that's why we even got this strong buy spike and price has just been there. You see, uh, so I think what this strong bike push can tell us is price for this one, price was willing to retest. That's why you've seen it's slowing down, and you can see price get that retest today for USD card. And once we get that retest, we'll just wait for the same 4 hour shift. You've really been waiting for. And then NZD USD can see also. The reason why we're not having any push is because there's that holiday, and you can see that the the trade's intention is to break above then break below again and do this basically. So that's why you've seen it came back at this level here. But still there'll be no motion at all. Mm, so yeah, so mm, yeah, I think that's what this player is trying to do. It's just that the same holidays. That's what stop it is. But you know what's even good is if Tuesday we can have a bearish close at this level, this would be very fine because to show us that price is willing to sell. And okay, just imagine if price did something like this. See, if price did something like this, wouldn't this buy would be very nice. This sell would be very nice. Or even if it did this, kind of made this, and then let's say Tuesday we just get some sort of uh bearish candle like that. Let me give you this. Mhm. So, with how we are looking now, try to imagine if price gave us this kind of break and uh, this kind of analysis. You can see, you can even see yourself that this price is can easily go to a take profit from here because we have this type of head and shoulder pattern right there. Okay, so that's why I'm just patient with this one. Because this might even end up being the perfect trade we enter next. Long as we can just have the bullish breaking above the daily, the 4 hour breaking above this 4 hour low high and going bullish. And the 4 hour retesting and shifting at this level. Or even at this same level here, we can consider it and going bearish, we can still buy and sell at this point here. So this is my own uh analysis. This is what I'm expecting price to do, but we'll see how it turns out to be uh right today. Mm, then the next thing is NZD card. We're still waiting for our retest around this level. Mhm. Look at the 4 hour time frame. Price should retest here, but price shouldn't just reach at this level. But yet give us a break below here because this is my OG level. And once price does this, this is a sign again that I'll be waiting for a shift to then buy because I want to buy at my OG level here. And this retest might happen at this point, and this is not the point where I could take a buy, even though this trade looks clean as well. But and it has shown us that this strong push you're seeing, that's the initial direction of where price wants to go. It's just because of this day was a holiday, so price has opened impulsively. But this is the all move we extracted the market spike just happened too early. But let's just hope it comes back here, which I think it will because of the holidays. Unless if this was not the holiday, then price has moved this way. But knowing this trade, this day was a holiday, there's a high chance that will come back. And then I just Want to check if maybe possibly we even had the, yeah, you see, the reason why I checked one day is because I wanted to show you that we even had the gap. You see, we had the gap opening of this price. So this tells you that price will come back to fill this gap before price can go back up. See? So this is NZD card as well, you can see. And this is where I'm expecting my price to retest at, which is 0.80796, 0.80 uh somewhere here. Yeah, somewhere here. You see? And you can see how the markets opened. So this gap is a sign that it will be filled. If you've noticed, most of the time when there's a gap, price always fills it all the time. So even here, since we already have this gap, expect price to retest back to this level and then buy, meaning this same pair as well to get that same retest at this point and then buy. So now let's go to Eurocard as well. So you can see even Eurocard that this massive open out of the same news, and this was supposed to happen after price retests, but price decided to push uh, and open in that manner. But if we use the Euro card Wanda version, we'll see. You see, it's the same gap as well. So if it's this Wanda version, it's even clear that you know price must come back at this level and then buy, and price might retest this level and then price might retest this level. So once price retest this level, mm, you might then buy. In the same way, if you see the daily time frame, it's the same thing I'm looking for, right around the same level. And here it's also right around the same level where I expect my price to come back because I know this was supposed to be uh this was supposed to be a nice easy retest and a nice push, but price decided to open in this way. So just upon seeing that, we already know that price has a very high chance of retesting back here, especially that price opened with this kind of kind of Marubozu. Yeah, that type of candlestick I was showing you, especially if we pose it like that. So that just shows us that price is still coming back. Mm, and if really it doesn't come back, then that's still fine as well. Okay, good trade is better than no trade. Uh, okay. No trade week is better than a bad trade. Yeah, that's what I meant. So, anything can really happen. So you can see that price will retest this zone here, and once price retests this zone, you can now catch up by a very nice buy here, and then the last one we have is Euro AUD card, and even AUD card the same thing. If I search AUD card, see the same thing. Price left a gap when opening and price was supposed to retest this level. But price thought it can be too stubborn and decided to leave us right this push. So we are not really affected by this break because I know that price will come back. You see where I've drawn? It's the same level. But I know price will come back at this point here. See, almost right around the same level where we get this. This is where I'm getting on this. So, and I see this right here, it's a sign that we should buy. Hmm. So what do I do next? Oh, I just wait now. Cause why I've shown you this is so you guys can know that it didn't get left out. There's still a higher chance that price will retest because of these gaps in this other uh broker or under. You can see price and whenever there is a gap, price fills it always. If you can see there was a gap here, price came to fill it with that week. There was a gap right here, price came back to fill it. Always price fills in the gap. Always. There is no gap that has never been filled. You see, where the strong open at this level, price cannot fill the gap. Where the strong level break here, price came back and fill the gap. So So even this kind of break you're seeing, price will come back and fill it either this week or next week, meaning this trade will have its retest, this trade will have its retest, this trade will have its retest, and this trade, NZD will also do this thing here because it was designed to break at this point. So just flow with me for now and let me just drive the boat. I just drive the boat for you guys. No. Let's also do NZD USD, just to build some confidence in you guys as well. So you see the same thing, there is this gap right around here from this zone here, because this was the last level. See, this was the last level here. So this here should also show you that price will still come back at this point and do this and sell. Okay, so also this level here, this price will come back. It just came back at this level to just, and I'm sure the reason why it came back is because it wants to make a new high on the forward time frame, making it bullish for a while, then shifting, then shifting. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the afternoon. What I've seen is beyond me. Let me first pause. Are you from a guy? Come back, guys. So this is our market update. So let's just go through what the market has shown us and can pick it up from there the next hour. But what we have right now is, let's start with USD card. Uh, so if you can see USD card right now, uh, it made a new higher high, and this can be our daily. Um, This is our daily time frame, and you can see that price is rejecting the daily time frame. Uh, is rejecting this previous daily close, so we are trying to get to this level here. I think I didn't show you USD card, and I didn't show you USD card in Oanda. Let's try to see how this thing is looking. Okay, so even USD card in Oanda, you can see our price close opened. Uh, Even though there's less much of a gap, it's still not clear. So this shows that we might get a retest. Mm, and okay. Still, but still, that's I think I was using this is the daily. Yeah, yeah. Still, this is still fine. So at this point today, it's really a slow market. You can see market has barely moved. Market has barely moved because of the holiday I told you. It's very hot here, especially summer now. So I have to take a break. So what we have here now is price on its way to retest this zone, and I'm sure we'll get that tomorrow. Yeah, we'll get that tomorrow. So, uh, this is the old journey now. Mm, we got that at least the past 3, 4 candles. Can see it's been a bit fair. It's been a bit fair. Just a slow moment, just a slow momentum here and there. But this is even fine for a holiday in almost all currencies because I was expecting something like this in all the holiday. But it's even good that at least we've get it we got some momentum on our area of interest, which is this retest. Mm, so if you now try to look at the the daily, this should give us at least hope that we might wait for a retest. Okay, not necessarily meaning that I'll be trading based off hope. No, uh, just hoping something good happens because every time we make an analysis, we yes, quite right. We expect it to give us what we want, but sometimes it doesn't. And the only thing that remains there is us hoping and expecting, you know. But we're not trading based off hope only. We are trading based off a strategy and values. But you need hope. You just hope. I hope price comes back to my entry. If it doesn't do that, then that's fine. You're not saying you hope. It's different when you say, you hope price does this or else, something bad will happen. Then now you're trading based off hope, you see. But when you say, we hope price gives us this retest tomorrow, it means even if it doesn't give you that retest by tomorrow, still I'll be expecting that retest the other day, you see. So that's the difference between trading on hope and just using the word hope as wanting it to do something you expect already, you see. So don't try to trade on hope only, because once price doesn't give you that, you feel mentally drained and you think what you're doing is not working. That's same as that's why you see me giving you outcomes. So that even if it doesn't give me what I was expecting, it's cool, I'll still be fine. But we all want something good. At the end of the day, it's us as humans, even as hard as we try not to care, but we all want something good for ourselves. So in this case, the only good part we can get is this retest here, then we can catch that by, yeah. And then the next pair we have is NZD USD, and it's also just at the same spot. So the same analysis holds where we need to see the daily holding this level here. So still holds, so the same analysis is still in play right now. Just the same thing as I was telling you, the holiday, so you can see price hasn't really moved at all. The only push we had was this Sunday push. Yeah. Price wasn't supposed to move at all. I don't know why we had this massive push. Price ended up leaving a gap here. So there's a high chance price will come back at this level. Then it will give us the actual direction we need. So what I can just try to tell you is in this case, since all pairs are on a holiday, treat this as a Sunday. Just treat it as a Sunday. Because almost all pairs have left market gaps, and those gaps will be filled. So just treat them as Sunday, then tomorrow you can treat it as your Monday. So just know that the opening will happen tomorrow when all time frames are moving, or all currencies are moving, at least majority of them. And then you can see what the market really holds for us. Uh, so right now there's really nothing going on. Even if I delayed in making that video of choosing pairs, it's still the same thing. Nothing has really changed at all. Um, so the same thing with NZD card. I'm still waiting for my retest around this level here. But I know this will go bearish when we get that retest. So once I get this kind of retest here, then we can see if we'll get that shift, then buy. So this thing is somehow tricky, you know? So when we get this retest here, when we get this break and retest here, then in the USD card pair, I'll get this break and retest as well. See? I'll get the retest and break as well. So that's why now you see me saying, okay, I need the daily to break above here. Because I know when the daily breaks above here, it will sell, showing me that this NZD card pair also is likely to sell and it won't hold this buy position here. You see? So if the daily closes in this form, I need the daily candlestick tomorrow to have a bearish close and another daily candlestick to show me that price is holding with a bullish close. Then I can go against Euro NZD card and NZD USD. You see? But the good part is either one will give me the direction I need. Then we'll just go with it. Because if this one gives me the retest I need, even this one will give me the break I need. But the only difference is this one will be bearish in everything and ready to sell. But this one will be bullish in everything, in almost everything, but only the 4 hour will be bearish. So we'll be waiting for that break and retest, that shift and break on the 4 hour time frame, meaning that's an extra day wait. And what will happen is one will give and one won't. So we'll see if uh the but the good part sometimes is sometimes you see that the NZD card will go on its way and NZD USD also go on its own way. But most of the time you see that at price price pivotal points like at OG levels, the reaction might be the same, but they might all be going different ways. So you can see this one. This pair is totally bearish and is ready to sell as soon as the moment price just breaks above below this level here. You are ready for sales. You can even see this clean analysis, but you can also see this same on the same time, the same pair can see that price is ready for buys, and it had this double bottom, you can see, and price has broken above. So price just needs that retest and that bullish close, then we'll be ready for buys. You see, they all are going different directions, but for this retest to occur means even here I'll get that push, you see. So somehow they are in same they are all under the same price action, but they can be in different directions. Because uh, for NZD card, if you can see, this is where I am, and I want price to do something like this. Let me try to confuse. This is NZD. If this is NZD card, I want price to sell and give me something like this so I can sell, right? That's what I'm hoping for in NZD card. If you can see NZD USD, sorry. I'm hoping for price to give me this kind of break, right? From this daily close, you see? And even NZD card, if you look at NZD card, for me, if this happens, uh NZD, I'll be waiting for the 4 hour to now shift and then buy, you see? See the difference? So for me, this pullback that will happen in NZD card on the 4 hour time frame as a retest of this OG level for NZD USD, this will be my entry signal. You see, so they will all undergo the same price action, but the intent will be different. You see, only if the daily closes bullish, uh, then this will be a different case. But in this case, you see they are all going under the same intent, but different directions. You see, so I need this retest and pull back and break and retest. Even this one I also need it. I need that break and retest. But in that case, the 4 hour will be bearish. You see, 4 hour will go. The 4 hour will go bearish by taking out this low here. But what does price do later on? For me, that's what I want because the daily will have a bearish candle close. See, daily will have a bearish candle close right around this level. And I wait for another daily bullish close around this level because that daily bullish close will now do what in the 4 hour time frame. I'll get that 4 hour break, 4 hour lower low because I need the 4 hour lower low as well. When once this goes bearish, maybe even two, if I'm not lucky, then I get the break and the retest, then the buy. You see, so this can take up to 2 days just to see something like this in the 4 hour time frame. That's why you now just see me use the daily time frame and I tell you, oh, I need two daily candlesticks, it's because I know when price is at this level, I need a shift. When I need the shift, and a retest, and just that right there is almost a daily candle move. And in this case, I need the retest where we even have a shift of structure. Then again, I'll be expecting another shift and retest and entry. That's almost two daily candles. That's why you now see me saying, okay, for this one, I'm expecting two daily candles for me to initiate a buy or even three. So it's a very nice patient game, you know. Because imagine if this was the 4 hour time frame, the best thing you do is what? You would look for this buy, this break, and this. You can see this is a double bottom, and we have this break. So you need the daily retest, you see, and you can see the daily is being closed with a strong bullish candle. It will close like this, I'm sure. Meaning tomorrow we might get a very strong bearish retest if price wants to retest here. And when I get that very strong retest, I need the daily to show me it's holding, meaning I can even get another daily small candle so that I can have that engulfing. And once I have that, you can see that the trade will be ready to go. You see? So it's just patience and just knowing where you want to go, But I know once it gives us the trade, we'll snap and take action. Yeah. So if we don't get this, then we won't do anything, and we are cool with it, very cool with it. Mm, yeah, so the next thing we have is mm, Euro card. You can see even this one, the same thing with this kind of push. It has changed. I no longer just need the pullback because remember I was telling you that since we just had this break, the only thing we needed was price to give us a small pullback here, a daily pullback, then give us the entry in the forward time frame. But you can see this kind of forward time frame, daily time frame close I'm having. So I need the daily push. Once this daily push comes back here, not only am I going to buy there and then, I also need the daily structure to show me that price is holding here. Then I'll take my buys. Example, at least a pin bar, that will be very fine if I get a retest here and that daily pin bar, you see. So even this one, I need almost the same thing. So we're in for a long wait. And there's even a chance we might not catch a trade this week, based off this kind of open we're having. Same with AUD card. It's the same thing. I can see that type of break we have in the daily time frame. So I will also need a very strong retest and a very strong confirmation that price is holding for me to buy. And what does that indicate? I'm in for a long wait now because this was supposed to happen right after the retest, but because of the holidays and I'm sure just some fundamentals, it caused price to open with this strong bullish momentum. You see, so making this even harder because tomorrow, maybe the old Tuesday will just involve me waiting for this retest. The all Wednesday will now involve me, and there's a chance we might even shift. And the all Wednesday again will involve me waiting for price to show me that it's holding this, then we can buy. You see, so it's crazy, but it's fun too. Because let me tell you something. If this is the Wednesday, the Monday close, right? Then tomorrow we get a bearish push like this, and the daily closes at this point, at this level here, with this type of candlestick. Why should I even be buying? Just try to like tell me a reason why I should even be interested in these buys at this point here. Because you can see this is a strong retest. That's if tomorrow you get any retest like this. You see, I need price to give me this. Yeah, this is fine. And even another Tuesday, another Wednesday bearish close. Yes, that's fine. Or even with this pace, then Thursday, I can get maybe a strong bullish candle. Then this will show me it's buying. If I don't get this, I have nothing to lose but just to wait. And this is the last week of May, by the way, so uh we hope we get the trade or we might not. Uh, but we won't rush greatness, guys. We'll just so right now I don't have any trade. I have nothing. I have no reason to participate in the markets rather than wait. USD CHF price is at this level. So for this one to buy, you now need the daily again to show you it's holding. Okay. Mm. And the 4 hour is bearish, by the way. So this is now tricky. So since the 4 hour is bearish, you can only buy once price is at this level here. You see why I avoid trades? I don't avoid because I don't want them, but because I've seen uh what will be involved in the trade. Let me try to do this. This is the lower lower high. Is it? So since this is the lower high, for me to buy, I need price to break above here and buy. You see? So what does this give me? And this is my OG level. So just there instantly, I expect price to give me a new lower low so that this might change from this zone to this level here. You see? So that now I'll be buying at my OG level because this is the only point where I'm interested in buying. If I can't get that entry at that level, I'm doing nothing. So if I get that break, then I now expect price to give me this lower low. Meaning if I get this lower low, then I'll be waiting for price to come back and give me that retest. You see? Then there goes the buy. So now imagine we're here today. So it should just tell you that tomorrow I might get another bearish I might get another maybe bearish weak rejection, then maybe the daily can close bullish. You never know. You see, so this can just show you itself that okay, you are not ready for buys. We need to see if the daily will be holding. We need at least one bullish close. Why? Because the one bullish close will show us that price has shifted from 4 hour bearish trend to a 4 hour bullish trend, and it's retested, and we're just waiting for an entry to buy. See? So then USD, AUD USD, I told you I wanted to buy, but the trade was the the analysis was bearish on the daily time frame here. So I expected price to make a new lower low by using this as my lower high, but price you can see has started rejecting. And if I get a close like this today, this might be my structure. Then maybe tomorrow if I get the break, then this will be my next structure. Meaning for me to now buy again, I will have to wait for price come and break above this level. You see? But what would be nice is if price does something like this, and then maybe another daily rejection that makes a new lower low right around here. So at least my buying point can be near my OG level here, you see. Uh, but according with what I have, this is what might happen. This might be our new lower high. If price will react from this zone and give me that lower low I need, you see. So this pair is not yet ready. Still need the break. So we just wait, and USD JPY, interestingly, the daily might go bearish. You can see might go bearish here. So meaning if it comes back here again, I'll be waiting for the daily to go bullish. That's another long wait. GBP card, GBP card, you see, we avoided the loss. And you see why I didn't pick it when price was at this second OG level? Because I knew price has a higher chance of going to my daily lower high. And this is where we are. You see? So this price can either now break and make this daily bullish. And once the daily goes bullish, we are still bearish on the weekly time frame. And we can only start looking for buys when we break above here. You see? So from all this point of time, uh, from this point of view, uh, we'll just wait for price to, if price tries to, because this is where the daily OG higher low is. If price breaks above here, we'll just wait for the weekly break. And maybe if that weekly breaks, then we can start waiting for a retest here to start looking for buys. But as of now, I still need sales until the daily goes bearish and the weekly goes bearish. So this is where we are, and we avoided this noise, you see. These other pairs, AUD, NZD, AUD, I avoided this pair, even though I liked how it had this pin bar, but I just didn't like because I'm buying at the all-time high, and I also didn't like this weekly structure, you see. So that's why I skipped it. And I told you if I was to buy, price should retest back at this level. You see all these structure point, but then price didn't do that. You can see price just opened. So everything just went up. US Euro CHF. Also the same thing. I was telling you, if maybe you want to join the buys, you will need price to retest back at this level here. And price kind of retested with a weak rejection. So you can see it's on its way back to this zone and maybe to give us a rejection there to sell. Uh Euro GBP. It seems like we might get that daily shift. Yeah, we might get that daily shift today. Interestingly, you can see. Uh, but even if we get the daily shift, there's something interesting here. So we might get our daily shift right around this zone. Uh, then if we get that daily shift, then we might start considering the other OG levels. So let me try to change this first. It looks like we might sell more. Almost. So, uh, so that's the thing, no? So with this kind of push now, we can now start looking for sales right around the OG levels like this one here. But this will be something for next week, I'm sure. Uh, this will be something for next week. The GPAUD price. This is the last one we'll do then and continue into last session. So this GPAUD is bullish. And still, I was saying for me to sell, I need the bullish to make a new higher high and a shift. Then we can patch a sale right around here. Mm, something like this, what I want. Make a bullish break and retest right here, then sell. But I wanted to sell at my OG level here. So I'm still waiting and just to see how the weekly will close. GPAUD, I needed to buy, but the daily is bearish, so I wanted it to first go bearish more here so it can give me a better lower high. And the only way I can buy now is after price breaks above this level here. You see, so there's still nothing I can do. I just need price to, I can just watch now. So I still expect price to give me a new break here and then something like this. So this is a long wait. Euro USD, I can only sell once we are below this level or once we go up, once we make a new, once we make a new higher high and shift it, that's the only time I can sell. Cause the weekly is bearish. That's the only time I can participate in this pair. ADJPY, only time I can participate if we get the retest at this level or price closes with a strong weekly bullish push around this level, uh, like that. Then we can participate on in this pair. And lastly, USD card. This was just something I was using to compare. So, oh, US oil also opened with a strong gap. You can see this kind of gap is crazy. So I think the whole push was because of the oil price, US Iran war. But I'll see you guys in the next video. This is what we have for now. Thank you for watching. Uh, Welcome back, guys. So this is our Monday close, and as you can see, still we are just playing around the same levels. Let's try to start with this though. This is NZD. Sorry, NAS 100, Nasdaq. Price at 30, almost 30,000 per share. Mm, it's also bullish. Everything is just bullish and it's just playing around the same level. You see, ever since the that market opened, you see. So there's really been not much movement in all these pairs. Uh, the next one we have is next one we have is S- S&P 500. Still, also it's just at the same level. Bitcoin, mm, the daily is still bearish, though I'm waiting for my retest here, so I expect the daily to go bullish once it breaks above this level. Because I need my retest at this point, but the daily has to shift when it breaks above here. You see? Then ZAR USD, I'm also waiting for buys, but I need the daily to go bearish. So this is same as GBP USD. I was waiting for price to break below. Same with AUD USD and the Euro USD. All these pairs I wanted price to sell more, but we opened with a strong bullish candle. So we're still waiting and just see how the market plays out. But the whole goal is to sell, is to buy for ZAR USD. Just need a favorable spot at my OG level where I can buy from. Mm, then the next one we have is US oil. You can see our market also just opened way, way far from OG level, and we are the oil price is now at $90. That's very nice. This there is improvement. Yeah, so but the weekly has been bullish, so you can still look for buys uh around this level here. Yeah, but we'll see how, because this is a this is a gap open, so or this is a gap opening week, so I need that to be filled as well. So I mean, I'll be waiting a bit to see if price will really uh indicate that I can buy from a lower position rather than waiting for price to engulf this previous weekly candle close. The next thing we have is USD USDT. can see price is just broken way above, and I need price. If I need price to sell, I need to buy. I need a retest. Okay. At that OG level. Yeah. So we're just waiting for price to come back. Then USD card. Mm, USD card. You can see there's nothing that's going on. Price hasn't yet retested. That's the retest we're waiting for. So, trade is still fine. Just hope this happens tomorrow. Mm, and the 4 hour is obvious at the same spot. Yeah, the 4 hour is also at the same spot. So these things are just at the same level and they've not really moved at all. NZD, USD, the same thing. USD card still also the same thing. Mm, Still waiting for price to come back at this level, and Eurocard still waiting for that pretest. AD card still waiting for that pretest. So I think that's it for today. Yeah. Then can continue tomorrow. Yeah, so thank you for watching.